Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here, and we are back with finally another episode of hidden secrets, Easter eggs, bugs, and glitches that has been discovered in Forza Horizon 5. You guys know the drill. If you have any cool clips of any glitches, secrets, or Easter eggs that has yet to be featured on my channel, feel free to send them either on Xbox, my gamertag is Ericship, or over on my Instagram. I do check all of my messages, and hopefully some of your clips will be featured in our next episode. Starting off with number 1, new Streetfighter Bodykit leaked. Now, despite the exclusion of Rocket Bunny at launch, which was of course added in the year after, Playground Games did include a bunch of new bodykit brands in Forza Horizon 5. Brands such as Varus, KRC Japan, Duke Dynamics, Street Hunter, just to name a few, and majority of these kits were available at launch or when a new car was released. Throughout the life of Horizon 5, we have only had 2 new to Forza bodykits that were introduced into the game through a series update. One was of course the ARP Racing bodykit for the Volkswagen Mark 6 Golf R, and the other was the Ardro kit for the Hyundai Veloster N. And that is it. And despite Playground Games stating in the past that they will continue to bring in more customizations in future updates, we have yet to see any new customizations since update 12. However, I believe things are going to change very soon. Ever since update 18 rolled out, when you choose the 2018 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 and head over to the bonnet options, you can see an additional Street Fighter LA option that didn't previously exist. Now of course, when you actually equip the new bonnet, nothing happens, but what I do find interesting is that Playground Games has not even bothered to remove this in a hotfix, almost as if they are teasing new customizations for the ZL1 indirectly, or they have just made a small mistake and gone, whatever, it's going to be included in the game later anyways, so let's just keep it. Now, for those who may not know how the entire body kit looks like, this is how it is, and my goodness, does it look aggressive. And given that Expansion 2 and Update 19 being themed as Midnights at Horizons is coming out next week, a lot of eyes will be on Horizon 5 during this time. So Playground Games, if you do have this body kit ready for release, Update 19 is the best time. Hopefully what I'm speculating here will age like fine wine, and a huge shout out to many of you over on Xbox and Instagram for sharing this with me. Thank you. Number 2, black windows. Now, I don't know when this started, but it certainly has been occurring quite often as of late, and that is in your car selection screen. In many of the car thumbnails, the windows have been completely blacked out. Even if you were to tint your windows to the darkest shade, it still wouldn't look this dark. Now, this bug doesn't happen every single time, but there is a pretty good chance that the thumbnail of your vehicle will have black windows after your vehicle has been modified. A graphical problem that we have never seen in any of the previous Horizon titles, and honestly for me, I just want the user interface of all of my cars to be consistent. So Playground Games, I know sometimes you do watch my videos here on YouTube, so if you guys can patch this in a future update, that would be awesome. Number 3, 2023 or 1923. So in our previous episode of this series, we saw the new 2023 Nissan Z being written as 2003 when you set the game in Polish. Now, I'm not sure if that has been fixed or it was just a small typo from the festival playlist page. However, just recently I was informed by you, the subscribers, that Playground Games have gone even further back in time with the new Nissan Z, where if you set the game in the Czech language, it now says the car was made in 1923. Seems like Nissan was way ahead of its time with the Z back then. Honestly, this is pretty funny to see, and for those that did experience this small bug, was it just shown in the festival playlist screen and that's it, or was it bugged everywhere else too? Anyways, a huge shout out to Dan2800000 from Instagram for sharing this with all of us. Thank you. Number 4, level of detail changes. Alright, so we know in the Forza series, regardless if it's Horizon or Motorsport, there are certain car models that are inaccurate and have been used since the very first Motorsport title back in 2005. And if you ask me, I think after almost 2 decades, it's time for both Turn 10 and Playground Games to do something about them. Now, one of the cars that needs a complete model overhaul is the Subaru Impreza WRX STI 22B. The front bumper proportions look way off compared to its real life counterpart. However, there is something very interesting that was sent to me. It's a GIF and it shows the difference in the 22B's car model between the high and low level of detail. As you can see, the shape of the car between the two models looks a little different. Now, at first, it's pretty hard to distinguish which one is for which, but this one here is the high level of detail, while the other is of course the low one. And I find it rather interesting that certain parts of the body shape got larger, like the front headlights, while the back pillars look like they have changed shape too. So it's quite intriguing. I might just have to do this with all of the other recycled cars in Horizon 5. And let me ask you this, which one do you think looks more accurate? Anyways, a huge shout out to ArtZ47 from Twitter for sharing this with all of us. Thank you. Number 5, unique paint customizations. Ever since Forza Horizon 4, the request for more interior customizations has certainly increased from the community, and ever since Playground Games introduced the group layer paint feature, there has been several cars with very rudimentary interior customizations, allowing players to perhaps change the color of the center console or maybe the interior as a whole. Again, this feature, whether directly or indirectly, is only available to a small group of cars in Horizon 5. But there is one car that looks pretty cool with the different group layer paint customizations, and that is the Hoonigan Escort. So right now I'm going to change the first paint layer to make it easier to see. Now when I pick the second paint layer, you can see that all of the paint inside has changed. But surprisingly, everything else inside has also been painted too, including the engine bay and the hood, making it seem like this car has had a closed door respray. Pretty cool to see, and a huge shout out to Naruto Runner 513 from Xbox for sharing this with all of us. Thank you. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button, as it really does help me out. And also, if you would like to see some possible early gameplay of the new expansion, be sure to subscribe to my channel with notifications turned on, so that way you won't ever miss out on another video that goes live. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.